Welcome back to the VTuber News. This is Salvi, the one who resides on the right side of your screen most of the time, and I'm here now just to remind you guys that I do have a goal for, at the very least, until my birthday in June. I would love to be able to reach 20k subscribers, so if you could please subscribe and continue to watch these videos whenever you have a chance, I would really appreciate it. Just a small reminder, of course, and do enjoy the rest of the video. Offkai Expo Gen 5 is a VTuber-centric convention that a lot of people go to, whether it's had its own controversies, it's had its own stuff there, but people will still go to it because it is one of the big places in all of the convention cycle to meet people, to meet new people, to meet other VTubers out there, and to meet your fans. So that's why they go there, and recently they have made a big announcement through their Twitter, which is this. Dim the lights, places everyone. Offkai Gen 5 is proud to present Offkai Live, Dazzling Showtime. We've got a stacked lineup for performances, so get those pen lights ready for 7 p.m. on Saturday, July 25th. Register now for Offkai Live. You see the ones here. The ones that are there is Sena Kiryun, Rokarurin, Splendiferachi, Virtual Calf, whose Virtual Calf has done concerts with Hololive's Mori Calliope, Dumb Little Robot, Seraphina VTuber, and Trickle YT. They're all there, as you can see here. They're all having a wonderful time, and they're going to be a part of this big event called Dazzling Showtime at Offkai Live. It's going to be in the opening act is Off Choir. Is going to be their opening act, Offkai Choir. And the special guest masters of ceremonies, Keseida and Elfie En. They're all going to be a part of it on July 25th over there in San Jose in Northern California, in the Bay Area of California. My best wishes for them. I know these events tend to be a huge hit, and I know this one will be too. Ooh, subliminal messaging. Follow the squirrel. Subscribe to the squirrel. This is not a psyop. This is just me being a dumbass. Ooh, subscribe. Filian is a VTuber who's had a long absence, and the long absence will create people who want to have ideas and have theories of what's going to be going on. One of them is through Twitter. Let's take a quick look at things that have been happening recently. Of course, you know that Filian is lost. The actual Twitter that she has is pretty much scrubbed, but we still have the wall that has all these wonderful things here. Tons and tons of different things you can see, which is something that the first phase of things. People have been using that word phase to kind of, connect the dots. Like, for example, this one, they were trying to, a lot of people were saying coincidence, and within a minute, could it be her? A lot of people are thinking the same thing, that it could be this person. I will give you the answer to this one specifically at the end of this section, this video. But first, we're going to go over the Filian, the big one, the big theory here. This person thinks that Filian will be joining Phase Connect. She's behind the wall. The wall breaks on June 19th. Filian debuts Saturday, June 20th. That's what they're thinking. That's not confirmed. The sounds insane as you look at it when you have been putting directly in front of us. Warehouse clip gave away more than people realize. The Phase Connect color scheme and style matched the Dokumi teaser way too well. Filian spoke in German in the teaser, and Dokumi took place in Germany. That's because Dokumi is Germany. No, that was a flavor text. That was first breadcrumb. Phase 1 started early this week. The wall, first it was blank brick concrete wall, then asked obvious question, what is the most famous wall that connects to Germany? The Berlin Wall. And Berlin Wall began construction August 13th. 13 number 3 sitting right there. 1 day later, the city was divided. Now look at FaceCon, June 13th, June 14th, another 13, another hidden 3, another 1 day later setup. FaceCon is on a random timing, it's just part of the wall pattern, but real giveaway is not even the wall, it's the boxes. Read the comments, I need more images for this because the warehouse phase 2. Here we take a look at the Dokumi thing. The FaceCon situation, the wall here that we saw before, the Berlin Wall, and here is some of the stuff from the Phase Connect. This was something that has ID there, and this is a drawing of Welcome to Phase Connect warehouse. They had that post on there as well. And continuing on down here, Phase Connect just showed us the warehouse full of boxes, the wall is active. Now background art, this is the next phase. When a wall divides the city, the first problem is movement, supplies, shipping routes, logistics. All I did is put directly in front of us the warehouse full of boxes, packaging, supply routes. Berlin had the Berlin airlift. Phase Connect has a warehouse boxing. This is VTuber supply chain arc, and I hate that it makes sense. Now look at the top right of the warehouse preview. It looks like there should be 8 slots, but the third slot is missing. Not the first, not the last, not the third. This is not an art mistake. It's a signal why the third slot Because the entire theory is grouping 3, Filian's Twitch debut is the 3rd Saturday of April 2021. Her YouTube debut is the 3rd Saturday of July 2021. A lot of coincidences, of course. And June 2026 is the 3rd Saturday of June. The Wall, Warehouse, The Crossing. 3rd slide is missing because Phase 3 has not been revealed. There's not a normal teaser. There's a countdown to hidden insight logistics. Here we go. More stuff here about the Filian Twitch stuff there. And we're taking a look more. Here's the part that makes the Berlin Wall connection even stronger. The Berlin Wall did not fall because someone scheduled a nice clean wall comes down event. It did after a press briefing where someone made a mistake. It's very true. Public comment open the border. That's what happens next. This weekend's warehouse. Boxing stream is going to say something about travel, shipping, crossing, packing walls, missing boxes, or being connected. One weird line, obviously in retrospect hint, that is the Shabowski moment. June 19th, press conference, the final clue, the moment the wall becomes breakable. June 20th is Bor Holmer Straub, the crossing opens, the wall comes down, the missing 3rd slot gets filled. Filian is not just lost, Filian is on the other side of the wall, and Phase Connect is going to connect her back in phases. Yes, and this is a theory, a game theory, in this case a Filian theory, but I will debunk one thing real quick that this person didn't say. I'm just going to say it's not connected to what this person says, but other things I've seen online, people think that this is going to be Filian. It was proven recently it's not. This is the new manager that they have, I believe. This is a new manager. They debuted her recently. But yeah, this is something new that they popped out there. And this is Junko, I believe her name is. And it is something that is, has debunked the theories that people had that this was going to be Filian's next character. It's already out, so it won't be Filian's next character. Will she be part of Phase? I don't know. You guys let me know what you think down below. Is this a crackpot theory, or does this hold some merit? Just so you guys let me know. You guys let me know what you think. I know it's getting tiring hearing about Filian, but I always find it interesting to see all these things happening around here. She has a big announcement with Blue Archive, but let's first talk about who she is. Mint Phantom is, also known as Maid Mint, is an independent female English language VTuber who debuted in 2020 originally. Then she went on to the Rainbow Agency, and then moved on back to Densetsu.exe and being in indie and all that kind of stuff. In April 2024. So yeah, around there, she started doing her own thing. She's been growing a lot, making waves and also making connections. And as I mentioned, she's going to be a part of a Blue Archive stream with the wonderful RC, I believe her name is. Yes, CMRC. Familiar guest may be floating back into CMRC's next Blue Archive stream. Any guesses, Sensei? Keep an eye out for the reveal later on. And this is the reason why I know it is Maid Mint, because this is Mint's cat-made thing that she has. It is unmistakable for her, at least it seems like to me, with the ahoge and everything like that. So it's going to be number 36 with Maid Mint. All right, this time for sure it's going to be Obama. A cat ghost, like you can see it here. Just even the ahoge is the same way. Everything's the same way. Boys, what if one day we got Minto in the game? Imagine her getting Koharu cat-eyed in the Memorial Lobby. And it's like, oh my god, it's Naru Sagawa. I think that's Love Hina. I think it's the name of it originally. I think that's the anime. It's an old one, so I can't remember. Legendary collab continues. So yeah, they're able to have some fun here and able to do some wonderful stuff. I am very glad that she's going to be a part of CMRC stream. And CMRC is getting some wonderful people because Maid Mint is a fan of Blue Archive. She has played the game. She loves the gacha games, that type of stuff. She is a fan. So it is wonderful that she is actually getting a chance to be a part of it again. ChuriRuby, an EN VTuber, artist, rigger, and they have been doing a lot of things recently for their 2.0 that's going to be coming in July. But right now we do have some sad news because of certain things that have happened recently for her. The stream hiatus is going to begin earlier. That's her big announcement. I'm still not fully recovered, and my mental health is still a bit wonky. So I'd like to take the time to get myself in shape before the surgery. I'd still be active here and on Discord. As you remember, they were going to be having a health hiatus for the surgery that they're going to be having. It says here, today's stream canceled. Hello, fishies. I've decided it is best to cancel today's stream and will officially begin the hiatus early. Physically, I'm still feeling far too exhausted, and mentally, I'm not quite in the right place to give you all the stream you deserve. I'm sorry I could have done one final stream before my break, but I'm certain that's all right. The finale stream wouldn't have made much of a difference anyway, so it doesn't matter. The plan is still to return after my surgery in about a week of recovery. The surgery has been delayed to by one day on the 9th of June. the mod selection will also be moved until I can stream again to start the testing phase. Thank you all for so much for your patience, understanding, and support. See you all soon. I wish them the best. They are one of the many VTubers who puts their full effort into making sure that their community is happy, their community is entertained, and whenever it comes to surgery, it is always a very, very scary moment, and I do wish them the best moving forward. Stellar Blade is getting another new game, and this time it is called Blood Rain, and you can see the protagonist here, and we're going to take a look at some big drama that has hit the waves of all of Twitter, pretty much. Everyone's talking about it. It is going on through this. Let's take a look right now of the reveal within the reveal, which is this. This is the new, I think it's Eve, I think its name is still. This is the new version here, the new look. And there you go. You can take a little bit of a look there. And this has stirred up some controversy. And also stirred up some new wallpapers, as you can see here. They know the audience that they want. They know the audience that they want, and it actually looks really nice. But there's always controversy when it comes to these things, and it's people outing themselves. Very much outing themselves. Some users who previously praised and defended God of War's Laufrey are now claiming that the new Stellar Blade panders to PDFs by essing a minor with its protagonist. One comment reads, Evie looks like she's 12 to 14 years old in Blood Rain. Blanking, essing adult-looking women is one thing, but pandering to PDFs by, essing girls. I have to say these things. I'm sorry, YouTube with the damn TOS. I can't say certain things, even if it's news. God damn it. Look like children or young teenagers, something entirely different. Expect a lot of this in the next months. And people say here, is it actually stated how old she is, or is people complaining about things they don't even know? People are complaining about things they don't even know. Why they made her so hot and so effable, OMG. Why is it the first thing you think of? And that is the thing. It's very much telling. They're telling on themselves. They're ratting themselves out. They made me think something like this. I didn't think child when I saw this. I thought young adult woman. Thought maybe 20-somethings. That's what I thought. That maybe like 18 at the lowest. But I thought about like 22, 23, which is I think it was the average protagonist age in Stellar Blade. I think the last one was like in 20s as well. So that's what I thought. And it says, actress whom body you're looking at is 34. These users need to be put into a jacket and then in a cozy room without windows and the internet. Games internet going mainstream was a mistake. Explain to everyone how hypocritical it is to complain about Evie's design and the trailer's Blood Rain. From my understanding, East Asian women in general look like Evie, or Eve, or 2A, or 2B, or A2, or Tifa, or even Aerith. IRL, right? And it says here, the hypocrisy is real. Evie and Stellar Blade Blood Rain is a standard East Asian game aesthetics. Large eyes, small nose, rounded baby schema face, on an adult proportioned body. Real East Asian women frequently show stronger neoteny, youthful facial features. They do. And I'm going to show you soon the look of the characters here. It says here, DI Karen uglify character to not look prettier than themselves. Too obvious. West, Japan, China, and Korea here. And we are going to take a look at both of them, Western design females, Eastern design females. And the reason they're complaining about Laufrey, and I think it is a valid complaint, this is her actress. The actress looks hot. The actress is way more attractive than whatever the hell they tried to make this out to be. Like, seriously, if you're saying, oh, you should be very real to the actress, she's more attractive than what they made her to be here. I don't know what they made her to be here, but it definitely ain't this. It definitely ain't that. She is Deborah Ann Woll, which is the voice actress and the one who did the motion capture, the facial capture, and everything for the character. So they uglified her character, and this is the character the person who did the voice acting and everything for, and actual motion capture, facial capture, and they modeled her after her. She's an actual woman. She's 34, and people are still taking this as weird. And this is, like I said, they're always outing themselves when they say these things. For the record, yes, I know this is IU. Yes, I know she literally isn't the actual model, but people are using it to defend the game. But yeah, no, even if it isn't like her model, if it isn't, people are saying it isn't, people saying it is, whatever. Here's the thing. There are very many women who look exactly like this in the Asian, that are Asian. Of course, they come in all shapes, sizes, etc. But they tend to be similar in facial structure, similar in facial design. They are not childifying or whatever the heck you want to call it to people here. It's a game that panders to a certain audience, of course, with the sexiness of the characters. But over here in the West, for whatever reason, sexy characters equals bad, and youthful sexy characters equals children for some reason. I don't get it. NSFW 3D animators are going to make bank off of this. I do understand that part. Maybe she's 14 years old. It keeps me out. Plus a tight-fitting outfit. Ew. Yeah, again, you're outing yourself, in my opinion. And it just keeps getting worse. Evie drama keeps escalating. A lot of people said she looks like a kid, but comparing her with photos of some famous East Asian women, many of them had similar youthful features. People who see Evie immediately think child, shout PDF over like the, so it's not, I correct myself, it's not the actual actress. It's you, and then Enako, and then we have other famous Asian, whether it be Japan, Korea, etc. They will have that type of look. Who see Evie immediately think child, or shout that. And yeah, they out themselves. They absolutely out themselves, in my opinion. Western have many friends. Korean and my wife is too. They all look young. At start, I was like, you're too young to be my friend, and found out they're older than me. I don't get why guys get pissed off at how a girl looks in a game. Stop gooning for just the game. And stop imagining children when you see this face. Because you are absolutely outing yourself if you think that's a child. Like I said, I will give you the benefit of the doubt and think you're... and say that you maybe think she's 18, 19, but I would think she's mid-20s. Like, even looking at that, knowing how, Eastern Asian women look, I absolutely know this could be absolutely someone in their 30s. East Asians age differently and blah, blah, blah. Why do we ignore that when they find a woman they can pass as a child? Again, people are pushing their ideals or their fantasies, I would say, onto other people. Celebrate drama continues. Asmongold is facing huge backlash from the community after doubling down on Instagram. On his stance against lolly characters in anime, hentai started with AI Emerald Apple, posted studies showing no proven link between fictional animated content and real child abuse. Asmongold asked for the data and criticized the Danish report. What was the sample size of the research? When the poster explained it was a review of existing literature with no direct causal link found, Asmongold said the sample size was 0 because it wasn't a study of research. They literally asked the experts and concluded there was no connection. So Asmongold doesn't like actual evidence in this case, it looks like, because it goes against his fifis. This is one of those moments that Asmongold goes against his feelings. That he's one of those people that, in this case, in my opinion, where he's thinking his fifis are not combining with what actual research is showing, so he just throws it out. Also purchased 2008 studies asking where images shown as subject real girls or anime lollies. He later doubled down. Exactly what leap I'm making. Lollies look like children, so they're attracted to lollies would be an average, be more likely to be attracted to real children than someone who's not. Obviously, I showed in my chart, it's not a one-on-one correlation, just a trend. Again, he's taking a look at things that only benefit himself. Others because he thinks Evie looks like a child, then asked to make a leap that lolly enjoyers. 12 posts from him going back and forth, an X debate that went nowhere, eventually circling back in Venn diagrams where it all started. The same stance that all moral panickers take with every fictional media. You don't want a GTA fan to be your school teacher, do you? You don't want a horror movie fan to be your babysitter, do you? The same flawed emotional reasoning, thinking lollies to actual real world PDF as games do to real world violence. It's a weird take when he's interacted with K's on multiple occasions who post pictures like this on Instagram. And by this logic, people who are attracted to violence in games are more likely to shoot anybody in real life. I like Asmon, but this take is R. And this is a huge L take for him. Huge L take. Folly refusing to admit as Asians age differently, lumping adults with kids proves he doesn't know what lolly is, and using Freeden as a peak irony. Too stubborn like the rest of the morally panicked West. They need to be restricted from Southeast Asian games. Over here, Asmongold widely praised for first Stellar Braid, but now has criticized the new Stellar Braid protagonist design, thinking it looks too young. Not gonna lie, I think this character looks too young. I don't think her voice actress matches her appearance either. Even the first game was perfect. The one I'm not a big fan of. Maybe I'm becoming an old man. Yes, you are. And that's my 2 cents. So looking forward to the game though. A comparison of how she looks with longer hair. So yeah, it's just a hairstyle that he, for whatever reason, he's thinking of children when he looks at that image. I don't know. I'm not saying anything, but I don't know why people immediately thought child when they looked at this. I didn't. I don't know. Maybe I'm built different. I don't know. And I'm not using feelings either. I'm just looking like, it's just, I don't know. It's just weird how they immediately thought that. Asian girls look younger than they are in reality. Am I wrong? And it says here, 35-year-old K-pop idol, does Irene look too young to Asmon? And yeah, people are just dogging him badly there. Continue on. Grums, y'all be freaking out about a hairstyle, short hair, making everyone look like she's 10. People who have never lived in Asia being ignorant of how people actually look over there. Stellar Blade is fine. And people have added with AI, of course, have added longer hair to her. And yeah, longer hair, she looks fine. And things like this. Issue is they only want to use this frame because it fits their narrative. In reality, just a short hair and baby fat in the cheeks. You change up the hair like you'll be able to do in the game. She instantly ages because they are maliciously attacking the game, and it's player-based because it's too good. It's good for the woke war, and that's all. That's all they're doing. Continuing here, have a beautiful, cute American and Korea friends. Seriously, my friends are all over from other countries. Love them. Again, some more youthful-looking faces here. Asmongold says the new standard braid. Eve looks too young. Eve doesn't look like an effing adult. Looks like a kid. Frieden is a 1,000-year-old elf. She attacks like an adult. Her proportions are not childlike. If you think Frieden is a child, you are and shouldn't be allowed to vote. Some people would say the same about what you're saying about Eve from Standard Blade. Some people would say the same thing to you, Asmon. And isn't that weird considering he said Laurie, who actually looks more adult, was too old? Yeah, about 1 out of every 5 Asmon takes is R. Can't be right all the time. Chill dude, not everyone is jerking, wanking while playing video games. This MFer doesn't even have his own opinion. He just repeats internet accepted opinions and tries to make himself look like a hero. A guy who can't even take a bath, judging everyone appearance is so ironic. Continuing here, the Speedy2 says, Leva Asmongold makes the first tweet in a thread saying, please provide data referencing, but makes the most feelings post with no data to back it up other than just a trend I came up with in my head. Again, Asmongold wants to be and cry about bad faith points, but then does the very same thing. Oh, you like Hestia from Damachi? Oh, do you want to F kids in real life then? That's how I read your tweet. For a guy who claims he uses common sense all the time, I actually wish you would use some common sense for once. And here are some of the takes that he has here. So yeah. It is, he's saying that, you know, people, yeah, exactly, Leap, I'm making lollies look at children, so people who are attracted to lollies would be average, being more likely attracted to real children. That is a very bad take, big L take, and it is a very feelings type take. If you crank your hog, the animated images of childlike characters, you are attracted to children. No one is saying they are. It's just you're making a headcanon of random people who wanting to be true so badly. It's used projecting this weird, creepy theory you're talking about. Maybe start thinking about others wanting to crank your hog to animated images of childlike characters. You got this creepy bro. You need help. So yeah, it's a bad take. I think this is a very bad take on him that he's taking. And let's listen to what he says here.
Well, if y'all got me, the thing is that if they don't change this, look, let me get it all the way out there, right? I'm gonna play this game. I don't think that this is inside of the danger zone. This is not a pedo game. This isn't a game that, you know, weird freaks play, you know, because they want to sexualize a child, right? But I just think the character looks a little bit too young for my taste.
Well, then why are you saying that people are trying to sexualize a child? He's contradicted himself so badly here.
And I wish that she had a more adult-looking face. Like, god damn, if that bothers you, too bad. Too fucking bad.
And if people thinking it doesn't have a child-looking face bothers you, too bad, Asmongold. If people that think you are not right in this and think you are not, you know, you're not thinking correctly and you're not giving Asian women a chance because of the fact that the Asian women can look too young, if that bothers you, Asmongold, too bad, because it's not true. It's not true that this is childlike. If that actually bugs you and you think that you think that it is that way, the way that you're putting your headcanon, if that bugs you that the internet doesn't agree with you, too bad, Asmongold. Welcome to the internet. That's why I hit it the way that I did. It bounces around everywhere. Well, it didn't cause all of the deaths, but it did a lot. Nice. Hello, Gerard. It's funny how because of the little translation feature that's happening now, it says your noise as noise for whatever reason. I found that funny.
Should be simple enough.
Taste my nuts. Enjoy my nuts. Love my nuts. Y'all are going to absolutely love my nuts. They're delicious. They're nutritious. They taste just like chicken. Sometimes they're just full of antioxidants and other shit. So yeah, just enjoy my nuts. That's what we gotta do. We just gotta enjoy it. Just enjoy it. Do what you can. Love it. Live, laugh, love with my nuts.
It's too easy. That's right.
Thank you guys for watching as always. And of course, take a look. And if you enjoy everything, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification icon. All those things that YouTube asks of you. Really do appreciate you. Have a wonderful day.